Hispanic people have some of the richest culture the world has ever seen, from Mexico to the very tip of Argentina. Hispanic people have carved a way into the world as we know it, but sadly are severely underrepresented in most popular forms of media, especially comic books. So today, I want to give you my top 9 Hispanic superheroes.
Big green like the Hulk, no lie. Superman through a cloud so high. Blowed Marvel up in the sky. That's I, nerdy McFly. Bruce Wayne fresh, I'm that guy. Mastermind, catch your girlfriend's eye. Professor XMen rolling all night. That's I, nerdy McFly.
Richter from X-Force. Mostly known from his run in X-Force, in the beginning, many readers were unaware of Richter's Hispanic heritage. Revealed over the second and third year of the original X-Force title, Richter even went on to be one of the team's field leaders, chosen by the time-displaced mutant Cable. Richter had one of the most destructive powers and abilities on the entire team, with his ability to create seismic wave forces from his body. Towards the end of the initial X-Force run, Richter also came out as one of Marvel's early homosexual characters due to his relationship with X-Force teammate Shatterstar. While Richter never became a major player in Marvel's mutant world, he has maintained membership in one of the many X-teams since his introduction in the early 90s. Blue Beetle, Teen Titans. The third incarnation of the Blue Beetle character, Jaime has been the holder of the Sacred Scarab since 2006. The Blue Beetle has never been more popular than he is today, and that's largely in part to the excellent authenticity of the Jaime Reyes character. With an introductory storyline that largely focused on Jaime's relationship with his family, his newfound powers, and sense of responsibility to his heritage, the teenage hero has taken the modern-day DC world by storm. With appearances in the much-celebrated animated series Young Justice, to his debut in the fighting game Injustice 2, Jaime is poised to hold the Scarab for years to come. Sunspot, New Mutants / X-Men. Sunspot is arguably the longest-running Hispanic X character to have graced the popular pages of Marvel's various X-Men teams. First debuting in New Mutants back in 1982, Sunspot has been a mainstay to the various mutant teams ever since. From New Mutants to X-Force and finally making the main team, Sunspot has been an on-again, off-again major player in the mutant side of the Marvel Universe. In the 90s, Sunspot helped kick off the saga of the Externals due to his business ties to the shady Gideon, another Latino mutant character. Sunspot has the ability to absorb solar energy and use said energy to increase his strength, to fly, shoot heat blast, and use thermokinesis. While Sunspot has never been the main protagonist of an X-Men title yet, with his long, rich history and amazing powers and abilities, Roberto's day in the sun could begin any moment now. Ghost Rider. Just recently debuting in 2014 as part of the all-new Marvel campaign, Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider was one of the few all-new titles to actually increase its sales over the past 5 years. While most comic book readers were wary of the new ongoing Ghost Rider title, several minor touches and changes were made to help Robbie make the character his own. Like all Ghost Riders, Robbie's story is steeped in tragedy. But this time, instead of the Ghost Rider being driven by the loss of a loved one, Reyes was spurred on by the love of his brother and his guilt at being responsible for his injury that caused him to be paralyzed. While Robbie's character has some edge to him, the writers have cleverly written realistic plot lines without it turning into cliched stereotypes of American Hispanic life. Not only did the comic book series take off, but in 2016, the Reyes incarnation of the Ghost Rider character made his television debut on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Many would even argue his storyline was the best part of that particular season. After Nicolas Cage did his best to permanently bury the Ghost Rider character in the 2000s, the Marvel fan base seems eager to have a new Rider behind the wheel. Vibe from the JLA. Vibe's backstory is as multi-layered as his power set. Originally debuting in 1984, Paco, his original name, was the leader of the Detroit street gang Los Lobos. When he heard that the JLA were looking for new powered individuals to join their team, he quickly quit his gang lifestyle and joined the JLA. Corny and stereotypical to say the least, the Vibe character didn't last long in the DC universe and became the first JLA member to die in the line of duty in January 1987. While the Vibe character was resurrected several times over the years, like all good superheroes, for the most part, Vibe remained a bit player in the JLA. Vibe made a few small appearances in the animated Justice League Unlimited series, but the character wasn't utilized much and became another superhero extra. It wasn't until the New 52 universe that Vibe was fully resurrected and a new backstory was created for him. While the New 52 kicked off Cisco's comeback, it was the introduction of the character to the new Flash TV show in 2014 did the character find new fame. With his backstory being retconned once again, the gang leader pass was chucked for a technical wonderkin who just happened to be Latino. Played to perfection by actor Carlos Valdez, the new Vibe character has gained much popularity and elevated himself from quiet man in the back to leading funny man in the front. Renee Montoya, GCPD. While not a superpowered individual, the fact that Renee Montoya goes up against the likes of the Penguin, the Riddler, Two-Face, and the rest of Batman's rogues gallery on a regular basis definitely makes her tougher than your average cop. Originally created for the much-celebrated Batman animated series, she quickly was introduced to the comic books in 1992. Since then, Montoya has been a major player in the GCPD and the overall Batman universe. Tough, tenacious, and smart, Montoya has even given the Dark Knight a run for his money when it comes to investigating criminals. Never more than a step behind the Batman, Montoya has helped the Bat take down many of his most vicious foes. Montoya has become a major player in the grim Gotham streets. Most characters would be quickly lost in the large shadow cast by the Bat, but Renee Montoya seems to thrive in the darkness, which makes her one of the Caped Crusaders' greatest allies. Nova, New Warriors / Guardians of the Galaxy. I know, I might be cheating with this one. While Sam is half alien, his human heritage is Hispanic. In both the comics and TV personifications, his sense of right and wrong and hard work is steeped in the wise words of his mother, a hard-working professional housekeeper in Arizona. Oh yeah, by the way, she's Mexican. His run in the all-new Marvel Comics has had its ups and downs for sure, but a reoccurring role in the Guardians of the Galaxy gave this character's popularity enough of a push to land him a spot on TV. It's here on TV that Sam's influence was most felt as the character began appearing on the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, which ran from 2012 to 2017. Young children across the world were introduced to Nova for the first time as a young teenage Hispanic powerhouse. For many young kids who don't read comic books but love cartoons, this new version of Nova is the only one they will remember through the years. For many young Latino kids, Nova is the one face similar to theirs on an extremely popular TV series. From his rising toy sales and his random video game appearances as DLC content, Nova's stock is ready for takeoff. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man. Being introduced in 2011 in the wave of Barack Obama's second presidential run, many people saw Miles' dark skin and thought, oh cool, a black Spider-Man. Or they thought, why the F did they have to go and make Spider-Man black? Then Donald Glover's name was attached to rumors of an upcoming movie where he would be playing the Black Spider-Man, and the internet, as always, handled this news with poise and grace. Now, with all the excitement, a lot of people overlooked his entire name, though. Miles Morales. Not only did Miles visually speak to young black kids, but also young Afro-Latino children all across the world. Something a lot of people don't speak on is the prejudices that are shown to darker-skinned Latino kids, even amongst their own communities. Miles Morales crossed the breach between two groups of people who had felt underrepresented in one of the world's most popular pastimes. Not only that, but Miles' story and background was fresh and new, while still familiar, which helped him connect with kids from all walks of life. The new updated costume helped give him his own unique spin on the Spider-Man mythos, but still helped him stand out from the crowd. Before you knew it, Miles was popping up everywhere, until Marvel eventually brought him over to their main universe after the most recent Secret Wars event. Since his creation, Miles has already appeared in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, released his own movie, Into the Spider-Verse, which is arguably the best Spider-Man themed movie to come from Sony since the Sam Raimi trilogy, and he has been confirmed to exist in the MCU by head honcho Kevin Feige. Great power indeed. Zorro. The OG masked vigilante who started it all. Not only do Hispanic masked Avengers owe a tip of the hat to him, but the entire genre as we know it today owes much to Zorro. Created in the serialized novel The Curse of Capistrano in 1919, Zorro predates all of the modern-day superheroes. No superpowers, just hundreds of hours of training, a fierce dedication to his ideals, and a large bank account to help keep him equipped with the best of weapons. Many people would say he is the blueprint for superheroes such as Hawkeye, Black Widow, and the great Batman himself. Zorro has been a constant in all forms of media coming up on 100 years. Hundreds of stories have been written about him in comics and print media over the century, and his earliest film appearance goes back to 1920, just 1 year after his original introduction. Zorro stands among the elites of superherodom and rarely gets the credit he so richly deserves. He is number one for sure. So there you have it. That's my top 9 Hispanic superheroes. Hey, what did you think? Did I miss out one of your favorites? Did I forget somebody? Let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget, you get to name number 10. It's your boy Nerdy McFly. Peace.
Yeah, Nerdy McFly.